when grid fails. Now what? Welcome to Grid Down Guide. In a world where power can vanish in an instant, survival isn't just a skill, it's a necessity. We've got the know-how to keep you prepared. Whether you're in the heart of the city or lost in the wilderness, we teach you the essential skills to thrive. Stay tuned. The grid could fail tomorrow. Be ready today.
No power, no warning, no way to charge your phone, your radio, your lights. But guess what? You don't need a $2,000 generator to survive a blackout. Today, I'm breaking down the best emergency power sources you can get for under $100. Reliable, compact, and life-saving. When the grid goes down, the world falls silent. The familiar hum of electricity is gone, replaced by an unnerving quiet. In that moment, your first line of defense, your connection to information, safety, and loved ones, is the smartphone in your pocket. But here's the harsh reality. That lifeline is also the first thing to die. Modern smartphones are incredible tools, but their powerful processors and bright screens are notoriously thirsty for power. In an emergency, when your phone is constantly searching for a weak cell signal or you're using its flashlight to navigate, the battery drains faster than you can imagine. Suddenly, your window to the world is just a dark, useless piece of glass and metal. This is not a minor inconvenience. It's a critical failure point in your personal emergency plan. Without power, you can't receive emergency alerts. You can't access offline maps to navigate blocked roads. You can't call for help. And you can't let your family know you're safe. This is where we begin our journey into energy resilience, starting with the most fundamental and accessible tool, the portable power bank. Before you can choose the right tool, you need to understand the language. The most important term you'll see is mAh, which stands for milliampere hours. Don't let the technical name intimidate you. Think of it as the size of the fuel tank. A bigger number means more fuel, which translates to more charges for your devices. A typical smartphone battery is around 4,000 to 5,000 mAh. So a 20,000 mAh power bank holds enough fuel to refill that phone multiple times over. You'll also see different connection ports. The classic rectangular port is USB-A. The smaller modern oval port is USB-C, which is crucial because it often supports faster charging technologies like power delivery or PD. This isn't just a small upgrade, it's a game changer in a crisis, allowing you to charge your phone to 50% in as little as 30 minutes. When you only have a limited window of opportunity to charge, perhaps from a neighbor's generator or your car, speed is everything. So, what's the magic number? For emergency preparedness, our top pick is a power bank in the 20,000 to 30,000 mAh range. This is the strategic sweet spot. Let's break down why. A smaller 10,000 mAh bank might seem more portable, but it will only give you about 2 full smartphone charges. In a multi-day power outage, that's simply not enough buffer. On the other end of the spectrum, you have massive 50,000 mAh power stations, but these are often heavy, bulky, and significantly more expensive. They're less of a personal portable solution and more of a base camp device. The 20,000 to 30,000 mAh range provides the perfect balance. It's powerful enough to charge a standard smartphone 4 to 6 times, keeping you connected for several days. It's compact enough to fit in a glove box, a purse, or a bug-out bag without weighing you down. And critically, it stays within the typical airline regulations for carry-on batteries, which is around 27,000 mAh, ensuring your preparedness travels with you. Best of all, these units are incredibly affordable, typically ranging from just $25 to $40. For the price of a few fancy coffees, you get days of energy security. But capacity is only part of the story. Modern power banks come with features that are purpose-built for emergencies. Look for a model with at least 2 output ports, a feature we call dual USB output. This is non-negotiable. In a crisis, you may need to charge your phone and another critical device like a radio or a headlamp at the same time. Or, you could be a hero to a family member or neighbor by letting them charge their phone alongside yours. Another feature that seems small but is incredibly useful is a built-in LED flashlight. This provides a redundant light source that doesn't drain your primary communication device, your phone. It's perfect for rummaging through your emergency kit in the dark without wasting precious phone battery. Now let's talk about a feature that requires a serious reality check: the built-in solar panel. Many rugged power banks include a small solar panel, and it's often marketed as a key feature. You need to understand its limitation. This is a solar trickle charge backup, and the key word is, the surface area of these panels is tiny, meaning they can only capture a minuscule amount of solar energy. Leaving it in the sun all day might, if you're lucky, give you enough power for a single short emergency call. It will recharge the entire 20,000 mAh battery in a day, or even a week. Think of it as a last-ditch survival feature, not a sustainable charging strategy. For true off-grid recharging, you need much larger, dedicated solar panels, which is a topic we'll cover later. So, while it's a nice-to-have feature, don't let it be the primary reason you buy a particular power bank. This brings us to the most important strategic principle of all. You'll never regret having two of these. In the preparedness community, we have a saying, one is none, and two is one. This philosophy is absolutely critical when it comes to power. Why? First, for simple redundancy. Electronic devices can fail. They can be dropped, get wet, or simply malfunction at the worst possible time. If your single power source fails, you're back to square one. A second unit is your insurance policy. Second, it allows for strategic rotation. You can be actively using one power bank to keep your devices running, while the second one is being charged. If you have a generator, a car, or a solar panel, you can create a continuous power cycle, ensuring you never have a gap in your communications capability. Finally, having a second unit allows you to support others without compromising your own supply. In a widespread emergency, being the person who can help a neighbor charge their phone to contact their kids is not just a kind act, it's how resilient communities are built. Owning the gear is only half the battle. You have to maintain it. A common mistake is to charge your power banks once, toss them in a bag, and forget about them. Lithium-ion batteries, the technology inside these devices, will slowly self-discharge over time. A power bank that's been sitting for a year might only have 50% of its charge when you desperately need it. Here's your expert tip. Set a recurring calendar reminder for every 90 days to top off your emergency power banks. It takes 5 minutes and ensures they are ready to perform when called upon. Another pro tip. Dedicate charging cables to each power bank. A power bank is useless if you can't find the right cable in the dark. Keep the bank, its charging cable, and the cables for your devices together in a small pouch or Ziploc bag. Finally, a critical warning. Avoid storing your power banks in your car long term. The extreme temperatures inside a vehicle, both hot and cold, can permanently degrade the battery's health and capacity. Store them in a stable, climate-controlled environment like a closet or drawer in your home. Your power bank is not just a gadget, it's a lifeline. Treat it with care, and it will be there for you when everything else goes dark. During a long blackout, power banks run out. That's when solar steps in. Top pick, 20W to 30W folding solar panels. Price, $50 to $80. USB and USB-C ports built in. This is trickle survival, not full power. But trickle survival is better than full dead. When the sun is set, the storm has rolled in, and your power banks are finally drained, a frightening silence can set in. Your digital connection to the world is severed. In that moment of total dependence on a fragile power grid, you have a choice. You can feel helpless, or you can become the generator. This is the ultimate fallback. A device that puts the power to survive, quite literally, back into your own hands. It's not just a gadget, it's a declaration of self-reliance. It's the understanding that when all else fails, you can still create the energy you need to stay safe, informed, and connected. This is the hand crank radio, light, and power combo. While it seems simple, the technology inside is a testament to reliable old-school physics. Every turn of this handle utilizes Faraday's law of induction, spinning a magnet inside a coil of wire to generate an electrical current. You're not directly powering the radio or light with your cranking. You're recharging a small internal lithium-ion battery. Think of it as pouring water, bucket by bucket, into a small reservoir. The size of that reservoir, measured in milliamp hours or mAh, is critical. Most of these devices range from a modest 1,000 mAh to a more robust 5,000 mAh. That battery is the heart of the system, storing the energy you create for when you need it most. The features built around that battery are what make this a master of survival. First, the radio. In a widespread outage, your internet and cell service will likely be the first casualties. The AM/FM radio gives you access to local news, but the most important feature is the NOAA weather radio band. This is a dedicated network operated by the National Weather Service, broadcasting 24/7 alerts, storm tracks, and official instructions. It is your direct, unfiltered line to life-saving information when all other lines are down. Then there's the flashlight. It's not just for finding your way to the bathroom. Many models include multiple modes, like a low beam for reading and a high beam for signaling, and most importantly, a dedicated SOS beacon that can flash for hours, acting as a visual distress signal for rescue teams. Finally, the USB charging port. This is a game changer for modern preparedness, but it requires managed expectations. This isn't a fast charger. It provides a slow, deliberate trickle charge designed for one purpose: to give a dead phone enough juice to make an emergency call or send a critical text. Prices for these lifesavers typically range from $30 to $60, and what you get for your money matters. An entry-level $30 model will give you the basics: a smaller 1,000 to 2,000 mAh battery, and the core functions. It's a great, affordable option for a car kit or a small apartment. Step up to the mid-range, around $45, and you'll find larger batteries. Think 2,000 to 4,000 mAh, meaning more power storage for your cranking effort. You'll also see brighter, multi-mode flashlights and more durable construction. At the premium end, for $60 or more, you're investing in resilience. These models often boast the largest batteries, 5,000 mAh or more, housed in rugged, water-resistant casings. They frequently add a small, supplementary solar panel, which is great for passively topping off the battery on a sunny day, and may include other helpful tools, like a compass or a reading lamp. When buying, prioritize battery capacity, a rugged build, and above all, the NOAA weather band. So what does your effort actually produce? Let's run a real-world test. I'm going to crank this mid-range model for exactly 2 minutes at a steady pace of about 2 revolutions per second. Let's see what that buys us. First, the phone charge. I'm plugging in a phone that's nearly dead. That 2 minutes of effort was enough to raise the battery by 1%. Now 1% sounds like nothing, but that could be the single most important percent of your life. It's not for scrolling Instagram, it's for dialing 911. It's the call to let your family know you're okay. Next, the radio. That same 2-minute charge will power the NOAA radio at a clear volume for about 15 to 20 minutes. That's more than enough time to receive a full emergency broadcast and critical updates. For the flashlight, you're looking at about 25 to 30 minutes of usable light on the high setting. It's not Netflix, but it is knowledge, safety, and a connection to the outside world, all powered by you. To get the most out of your device, follow a few expert tips. First, when you unbox it, give it a full initial charge using a USB wall adapter, not the crank. This conditions the battery and ensures you start with a full power reservoir. The crank is for emergencies, not for the first fill-up. Second, don't just store it and forget it. Every 3 to 6 months, perform a maintenance cycle. Turn the flashlight on until the battery is completely drained, then fully recharge it via USB. This keeps the battery chemistry healthy and ready for action. And a final crucial tip: a charger is useless without its cable. Pack the correct USB cable for your phone the device. Use a rubber band or a small zip tie to attach it directly to the radio's handle. It's the most common and frustrating mistake people make. In a world of complex systems, there is a profound security in this simple machine. It's the confidence that no matter how dark it gets, you can make your own light. Old school still works, and sometimes better than fancy gear. AA battery USB chargers. Price, $15 to $30. Swappable batteries mean unlimited use. This combo wins for flexibility. You're never locked into a dead battery. Just swap and keep going. Avoid these common traps. Cheap solar power banks that never charge in the sun, flashlight power bank combos that dangerously overheat, and fake capacity units that leave you powerless. If it sounds too good to be true for $12, it definitely is. Alright, we've covered a lot of ground exploring the vulnerabilities of our power grid and the different technologies available to keep you connected when it goes down. Now, it's time to bring it all together. We set out with a clear mission: to assemble a comprehensive, reliable, and truly affordable emergency power kit for under $100. After extensive testing and consideration, I'm confident we've built the perfect starter kit. Let's break down the final recommendations piece by piece. The heart of our kit is this: a 20,000 milliamp hour power bank. Why this specific capacity? It's the sweet spot. It's small and light enough to be portable, but packs enough juice to be genuinely useful in a multi-day outage. A typical 20,000 mAh bank can recharge a modern smartphone 4 to 5 times. When you're shopping, look for at least 2 output ports, and ideally one with power delivery or PD technology for faster charging when every second counts. But a power bank is a finite resource. Once it's drained, it's just a brick. That's where our second key component comes in: a 20 to 30 watt portable solar charger. This is what turns your finite kit into a potentially infinite source of power. The 20 to 30 watt range is crucial for getting a meaningful charge. Now, a critical expert tip: always use the solar panel to charge your power bank, not your phone directly. Solar output fluctuates, and this inconsistent power can damage your phone's sensitive battery. The power bank acts as a stable buffer, collecting energy whenever the sun is out. Next up is a true multitasking marvel: the hand crank emergency radio. This single device is your connection to the outside world. It provides AM/FM radio, but most importantly, it includes the NOAA weather radio band. In a widespread disaster where cell towers and internet may be down, this is often the only way to get official instructions. But it's more than a radio. Most models include a built-in LED flashlight, an SOS alarm, and a small internal battery. Just a minute of vigorous cranking can give you 15 to 20 minutes of radio time, or a few minutes of light. It's your ultimate analog backup. Our final piece introduces a powerful layer of redundancy: a USB charger for AA batteries, paired with a set of high-capacity rechargeables. This might seem old school, but it's brilliant. AA batteries are one of the most common power sources on the planet. With this system, you create a closed energy loop. You can use your solar panel to charge the rechargeable AAs, then pop them into this adapter, which turns them into a USB power source. It's a backup for your backup. You can also keep standard alkaline AAs, which last for years in storage, as another layer of security. So let's talk cost. A quality 20,000 mAh power bank runs about $30. The solar panel will be your biggest expense, around $35 to $40. The hand crank radio is a bargain at about $20, and the AA charger system with batteries comes in around $15. That brings our grand total to approximately $95. And the best part? All of this life-saving technology fits comfortably inside a small shoebox. When you store it, make sure it's in a cool, dry place that's easy to get to in a hurry. And a crucial maintenance tip: set a calendar reminder to fully charge your power bank every 3 to 6 months to keep the battery healthy and ready to go. We've talked a lot about gear, but let's end with the why. These tools are not gadgets, they are not luxuries. In a genuine emergency, they are lifelines. Picture an ice storm, the power is out, it's dark, and your phone is dying. That's a countdown to isolation. With this kit, the story changes. You have light, information, and communication. You can coordinate with loved ones and check on neighbors. You become a self-reliant resource for your family and community. This isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. It's about taking a simple, affordable step to ensure that when the lights go out, your world doesn't. The power to be prepared is, quite literally, in your hands. What you already own, what you prepare today, could make all the difference tomorrow. I strongly encourage you to use this guide as a starting point. Begin with just one item if you have to. Start building your resilience now. What are the essential items in your emergency power kit? Is there a key piece of gear you think we missed? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one. And if you found this guide helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. We have a lot more content coming, including a deep dive into whole home backup solutions and the most common mistakes people make when preparing for an outage. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.
Prepare now. Hands urgently pack emergency survival kit. Survive anything. Subscribe now. Grid Down Guide.